Apparently, I now look like Noodle from The Offspring. Which I guess is a thing.
What do you like more? Being known as looking like Noodles from the Offspring, or Jack Black, like people were telling you?
You know what? I'll get Jack Black again just because I got a round face, and if my hair becomes like his and I have a beard like his, then I'll be Jack Black. And if I grow my hair long and I lose a little weight, then everybody will say Dave Grohl again. And it's all dependent on my weight, my beard style, and hair length. It has nothing to do with actually what I look like.
Right. Yeah, that happens.
You know, but Noodles, yeah, spiky hair, glasses, round face.
Yeah. So guys, welcome to Discussion and Drinks.
Doesn't he have like PhDs?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got like two.
I think he's super smart.
Yeah, so I'll take that.
He's also the guitar player of The Offspring, which we got to go see last night, which was fucking awesome.
Great. Yeah.
Fucking cool show.
Yeah.
We'll talk a little bit about that. We'll talk about the situation going on with CM Punk. We'll talk, we're going to Cleveland in a couple days.
Yeah.
Actually, when this drops to people normally on a Wednesday, that Thursday, we will be headed to Cleveland.
Headed to Cleveland.
But the reason why I say that is because patrons over at patreon.com/makingismypodcast, they actually get this live. They're here. They're here interacting with us.
They're here hanging out.
While they hang out, hey, if you're interested in maybe being a part of it, go ahead and check it out. Otherwise, you changed it. You changed the little screen. I have to go through the screens, and now I do this.
Okay.
Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon! Bacon is my... Bacon! Bacon is my podcast! Bacon! Bacon is my...
Hey guys, what's up? It's Lexi Lane on here letting you guys know that my new single, Serpent, drops on all streaming musical platforms September 15th. That's my bacon right now. What's yours?
Hey, bud.
What's up?
Guess what time it is?
Fall.
Yes. You know what that means? That means that the trees are shedding their leaves.
Indeed, indeed. You know what does not shed leaves automatically?
Testicles, and cheeks.
Right. So it is time for some fresh ball fall action.
Yeah.
My friends.
Manscaped, the Lawnmower 4.0, featuring their patented skin-safe technology.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, if you're not using Manscaped yet, what are you waiting for? Come on.
And what do your balls look like? Ooh.
Right? It's got an LED light, so if you're worried about nicking something or not being able to see, you don't have to worry. The lawnmower has it.
Shave in the dark.
Exactly. It's waterproof.
It is waterproof.
Go into the shower. If you don't want to make a mess outside the shower, go in the shower.
Shave in a dark shower.
Yeah, you can do that with Manscaped. If you go to manscaped.com, use the promo code BACONPOD, it'll give you 20% off and free shipping.
Free shipping.
And it's not even just for the lawnmower.
No, it's for everything. You can get the crop mops, shampoo, they have body soap, they have lotions, all kinds of things. Check it out, manscaped.com. If you can't remember the promo code, just jump over to baconsmypodcast.com and check out our sponsors page.
Always remember to clean your testicles, your chesticles, and your cheeks with Manscaped.
Yeah, man. What's your bacon?
So today,
from the juice of 17 apple varieties,
we got a little bit of Magner's delicious cider.
Yeah.
It's a little warm here in New York. It's going to be in the 90s all week.
Yep.
So
right back into it. You know, we had like a week of like mid 70s.
Right.
Mid to high 70s.
And then they stripped it all away from us.
I pulled out like my denim vest.
Yeah, you've been wearing that.
You know, that was like, got stuff in the pockets.
Yeah.
It's a good pocket thing. Yeah, it's my good fall. It's a fall wear.
Mm-hmm.
It's like not hot or not cool enough for a jacket,
Right.
but not hot enough to have like a tank top and a Hawaiian shirt, which is my summer uniform.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah. Well, you wore it last night when we
Mhm.
went to go see the Offspring and Sum 41.
Yeah.
Which, man, what a great show.
So good.
So
much fun too.
we had seen Simple Plan and Sum 41, and Simple Plan was on the bill as well,
Yeah.
and they were very good as well.
They were very good.
We got to see them last year, and when we watched Sum 41, Jimmy, Jen, who was there at So What, and I all went, holy shit,
Yeah.
they're
They're so good live.
incredible.
So
and,
good live.
and it's one of those things where it's one of those bands you go to see and you're like, oh yeah, I like Sum 41. And
Right.
then they go through their songs and you don't realize that you know their whole, I guess that night they had like a 15 song set. And you know every song and you're like, holy shit, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
I am a fan of these guys.
Yeah.
And then, they
It
were
ignites
opening.
some old
Yeah.
fandom that you had, and you're just like, oh man, I forgot how good these guys are.
They,
Or if you don't think, I know, and I don't mean to interrupt you there,
No,
but
no.
like, I know people that like are like, Sum 41's cool, right? And that's easy to do too, because you're not hearing all those songs that you know in a row,
right.
and you're not seeing an incredible band perform them.
Yeah.
But when you do that, like that takes you from like being like, oh yeah, I like their songs, to like, holy crap, these guys are really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And I have always been a fan of the Offspring.
Me too.
They
Me
are one of
too.
those bands that just consistently delivered. I don't care what anybody says. I loved Americana. I
Yeah.
loved the album after that. Ixnay on the Hombre. We were like, that's my favorite album.
Yep.
We were both that's learned something new about you
Yeah,
yesterday
yeah.
with that. But that being said, through the years, they have had a reputation of not necessarily being the greatest band live.
Mm-hmm. I've heard that a lot, and I've never seen
And-
them. I don't think I've ever seen them.
I went in there with I was hopeful
Yeah.
expectations, and man, did they over fucking deliver.
Yep.
Their set, again, it's you hear the Offspring, and like you said, they've got so many records out, and you can pick your songs and stuff, but when they put the songs all in one shot, the 18 or 19 songs they played, so fucking good,
Yeah.
so great.
Yeah.
Made me fall back in love with the Offspring again.
Me too.
It was a
Me too.
really, really great show, and they were a lot of fun. They were a lot of fun. Like the whole stage show was really cool because between the band before them and them, that's when the show starts.
Yeah.
Like a lot of bands, they'll shut everything down and it'll be house music. Band picks a Spotify playlist, and the crowd is just waiting for the band while the guys are setting up. And this was not that. This was they interacted with the crowd. They had some guy in a gorilla mask running around,
Yep.
causing all sorts of
They had the
havoc.
camera going around in the crowd, panning
cams
to people,
and-
all that stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was really cool. It was really
They adopted
fun.
what they do at like sporting events.
Yeah,
you know.
but even
Even
more
to
fun.
another extent, yeah.
even more fun. So I loved it.
Big
I
party
thought it was a real big party vibe. It was a lot of fun, and yeah, they were great. They were.
I love the
fantastic.
synchronized light up bracelets.
That's
Taylor
yeah,
Swift was the first person that I knew of that did that.
yeah,
Right. And I love that because you see like over the audience, you see this sea of lights that
yeah.
happens, and it's so cool looking. Like,
So for those of you who don't know, everybody walking into the stadium or arena or whatever you want to call it, everybody walking into the venue was given a rubber bracelet with a light on it.
yep.
And they said just wear it, and you hold on to it, you just wear it, and as soon as their set starts, everybody's bracelet light synchronizes and
Yep.
it blinks to music and it gets the cues and
And
it
it's the
does
same colors that they're doing on their screens on the stage. So
Right.
it turns the whole stadium into a stage,
yeah
right? Because everything's part of the show then.
Yeah.
which is
It
awesome.
was really cool. It was the first time I got to, and I thought there would be like a dispenser, like, okay, put it back.
Right.
No,
No, they're like, nope.
no, it's yours.
So that's I'm like, how do we do that on the local level?
I don't know.
How do we figure that out?
Yeah.
Because that'd be fun.
Well, we'd have to ask for the bracelets back.
Yeah, yeah.
But other
that
than
we'd have to be
yeah.
like, can you give them back, please?
Yeah. Please put it in the receptacle on the way out.
And we'd have to have this idea of like, okay, we gave out this many, we're gonna get this percentage.
We're gonna get
lost.
60% back.
Right.
Yeah. But yeah, if you get a chance, Let the Bad Times Roll tour. It was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not the biggest Simple Plan fan, but they were very
good live.
They were great live. They've got some great tunes.
Hey, a great live band is a great live band, you know.
Exactly. I was excited, but that was a great show. The vibe was there. It was the first time I had been at Jones Beach Theater in gotta be like 5 years.
Yeah.
I think the last show I went there was with you. It was Deftones, Rise Against, Thrice.
Thrice, yeah.
And I think somebody else, but
I'm wondering if that was the last time. I mean, I think that might have been the last time I saw a show there. Like I went there to go bring Bruce and see Annie and stuff when Joan came through
Right.
there. But I didn't stay and watch the show that day. So that might have been the last time I was there. Was wow. It was a long time ago,
yeah, but like it was cool. You know, they have the food trucks. Mm-hmm. They had the Danny Trejo.
Danny Trio tacos, man.
Yeah,
Those were
those
great.
were really good.
Those were really good.
Those were really good. I thought it was each taco, but each taco thing came with 3, and I was like, oh, that is a bargain. I win.
That's better. Yeah.
Yeah, that's way better. So yeah, it wasn't even like that expensive. Like
Yeah.
you walk away with 2 people getting tacos, and it was $24.
Yeah. It's a reasonably priced food.
Right, which
at,
is
at the venue.
and not concession food.
Right.
You didn't get hot dogs, pretzels. I mean, you could get that stuff. Don't get me
Yeah.
wrong.
For the same price, you could get one pretzel.
You could get 1 pretzel or a hot dog
Yeah.
for $12, or 3 tacos with Danny Trejo's
Delicious
fish on it.
tacos too.
So, yeah, Jones Beach Theater
Machete.
had a lot of fun. But on the way there, we heard some pretty crazy news in the world of wrestling, which I don't think we've ever really talked. Oh, wait.
Before we get into that,
Yeah.
let's have a. Let's
So
have
we're
a
doing
sip.
Magners.
Yeah.
Let's have a sip. All right, quick timeout. I want to let everybody know that despite the summer being gone
Right.
and heading into the fall, does not mean that grilling season is over.
No, if you have a grill, it is always grilling season.
I feel like it's just getting started, and if you're grilling, if you're cooking, if you're doing any of that, make sure you do that with grillyourassoff.com.
Taste the freedom.
Exactly. Grill Your Ass Off is an awesome company. It is made in Texas. It is veteran owned, and they were Small Business of the Year.
Yeah, Veteran Small Business of the Year 2023, which is awesome. That's amazing.
Yeah.
They also just partnered with Sailor Jerry. Now, rum may be my personal avoid at all costs booze, but
Right.
some people really love it. And I guess I have to admit, even at its worst, it's delicious.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
And there's a new Sailor Jerry Ironsides barbecue sauce that you can check out too. And anything that you decide to get at grillyourassoff.com. You want a deal? You want a special? You want some money off? Use the promo code.
Bacon, because everything's better with bacon.
Yeah.
right?
Hell yeah.
Come on, 10% off. Get it on all of their jerkies, all of their seasonings, all of their condiments, even their swag. Their swag is pretty sweet.
Yeah, spread some seasoning on those swags.
So definitely head over to grillyourassoff.com, use the promo code BACON for 10% off, and always remember to ask yourself one super important question.
What's your bacon?
That's refreshing.
Magnus is
good,
good, man.
It's nice.
You can't have too many of them, you know? Like, it starts
No.
It feels like you ate too many sweet tarts. If you
Yeah.
have, like... Once you're on your third one...
I
it's kinda
generally like
"Oh,
to
my
go
teeth hurt
drier.
now."
I like to go drier than Magners, but Magners has time and place.
Yeah.
This
You know
is
what? I'm
big-
getting a weird aftertaste, though. Are you?
No.
I'm getting a little bit of a weird aftertaste.
I don't know what you're talking about. I don't know. Maybe all the hot stuff I eat has dulled my taste buds.
Maybe.
Perhaps. But yeah, in the world
I
of
did have
wrestling,
hot stuff today.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah, so in the world of wrestling, somebody that I, for a long time, and even still, trying to accept it,
Right.
But
But you got to separate the art from the artist.
right. CM Punk has been terminated officially from AEW
Yeah.
for being a dick.
For being a dick.
There is
Don't be a dick at your job.
there are a lot of different theories and narratives and all that kind of stuff out there, and I'll be quite honest with you. I don't enjoy the Observer.
Mm-hmm.
I don't enjoy the reporting from the Observer. As a historian, I think Meltzer's great as a historian.
Sure. Yeah.
But as a reporter of the dirt, I don't. He doesn't. He gets fed things, and he's too quick to report it.
Yeah. Well, it's we're in the era of content and clicks, and
Right.
you don't want to be scooped, and you don't want to not be first, and all
So-
that kind of stuff.
So even with the brawl out situation last year, a lot of things came to light that some of the stuff was just his narrative toward like favoring the people that he favors in
Right.
in that locker room or whatever. This year, All In. So for those of you who don't know, CM Punk and another wrestler, Jack Perry, who's Luke Perry's son
Yep.
of 90210 fame.
And Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah. They had a little bit of a tiff over Jack wanting to use real glass in a spot on a Saturday Night Wrestling show, and CM Punk said no, that's not what we do here on Saturdays. You could bring that to Wednesdays.
Mm-hmm.
Jack then, in an early match on the pre-show, did a real glass spot,
Mm-hmm.
went to the camera and said, "That's real glass. Go cry me a river."
Right.
Obviously aimed towards CM Punk. And apparently when Jack left and went to go into the backstage area when his match was over, CM Punk was there to greet him.
Mm-hmm.
As far as the stories go, nobody really, I mean, obviously now people know that Punk seemed to be an aggressor or whatever.
Right.
But
Well, there were cameras everywhere.
right.
So whatever they investigated and saw led them to the conclusion.
Well,
that-
from what I understand, it had less to do with the Jack Perry thing and more to do with a separate instance with Tony Khan.
Mm-hmm.
And that seems to be the official narrative. That's what's out there. Is he and Tony Khan had a really heated argument. Punk was aggressive, and Tony Khan said he feared for his safety.
Right.
And he feared for the safety of people around him. There were reports of Punk saying stuff like, I can't stand it here. I hate this place.
Right.
He wanted to quit, etc.
Right. Said he quit.
So yeah, I mean, listen, it's not cool to be aggressive and like that in the workplace.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's really interesting that the whole reason why he did certain things on this show, on this Collision show, he acted like a petulant child, really, and all those things that he didn't want on that show, he was causing at this pay-per-view.
Right.
And
Right. I don't want drama on the show.
Yeah.
So the head of talent relations is not allowed to be here.
Right.
kick him out of the building,
Right.
things like that. Now, you and I don't know any facts
No.
about anything.
Right.
I've heard things like when he flew in, no one met him at the airport. He had to figure out his own way. There's pictures from fans on the subway with him.
Yeah.
Because he had fans helping him try and get his way to the arena.
Yeah.
Nobody was answering the phone. AEW didn't send anybody to get him, so he was already in a shit mood.
Yeah.
Because that was unprofessional and messed
just
up.
prior to that, there was talk about him trying to bury the hatchet with the Elite.
Right, and they refused
they
a
refused
meeting.
to.
They refused a meeting. There was talks of a meeting between all of them, and they refused to do it. So there were things that could have been putting him at a boiling point. And the Jack Perry thing could have just been a straw, where it was just like one more thing,
Yeah.
you know? But either way, I just kind of think that, like, if you're unhappy at work, you need to find another gig.
Right.
You know, if you're so unhappy that you have to isolate yourself, or you're lashing out at people, or people are feeling like they can't work with you or trust you, then you're in the wrong spot and you're in the wrong place. There are certain authorities in every job. There has to be someone in charge,
Yeah.
right? And if no one is there diffusing situations or laying down the law and being like, I'm the boss, so have this meeting, or I'm the boss, so do not do this.
Right.
If you don't have that, and you're kind of like, the rumor is, and the way things look is like you kind of have an inmates running the asylum type of situation.
Yeah. Which, by all accounts, if you really look at what's happening and the stories coming back and stuff like that, like, listen, again, we don't have any inside information.
Yeah.
But
We're just speculating because it's fun.
but you got a guy who says that certain talent can't come to a show.
Right.
There was a talent that created an issue. He flew off the handle in a public forum, and that caused some sort of backstage thing where like legal things happened, right? And then you go and you create this other show, and you're like, okay, well, he's gonna be on that show, and that'll be his home spot.
Right.
So he's already been unruly, and now he's got this spot on the show, and then he starts, like I said, making the rules.
Right.
I don't want the head of talent relations there. I don't want Matt Hardy there. I don't want you doing glass spots on my show.
Right.
And just letting it happen. And now finally with this all-in thing and Tony Khan finally taking a stance on something, I think that was really important. I think that was really important for...
Sends a message to the rest of the crew.
Because honestly, it doesn't matter how unruly Punk gets. He couldn't have pulled that shit in WWE.
No, because you have a clear person in charge and there's repercussions immediately. Right.
And honestly, like, for all intents and purposes, Kenny and the Bucks are his superiors. Right? They are senior vice presidents of the company. So at the end of the day, they're his bosses kind of too. And the precedent that set where, I think that regardless of who was wronged and who, whatever, if executive vice presidents are allowed to get into a backstage brawl and not really get any repercussions, that's...
Well, they were suspended as well. And they, like...
Well, it was suspension pending investigation. So.
Well, no, but at Brawl Out, that situation, they got suspended too and stripped of their
yeah,
titles, and they weren't on TV for months and stuff. And he may have come back when they came back if it wasn't for the injury.
well, I think I you know, I think it was because somebody lawyered up.
They lawyered up, I thought. But again, I don't know
and
anything
that's
for real.
Yeah, no, there was some lawyer, like they
But
said
they
it.
definitely-
They said
yeah,
it. They said
I don't know who-
we can't talk about this because there are legalities around it.
Right.
So we cannot talk about this specific incident. So that being said, somebody lawyered up, and they probably weren't brought back until things kind of died down a bit.
Right.
But I don't think, like, they weren't, and that's been reported. They were taken off TV. They weren't suspended.
Well, yeah, suspended in the wrestling world. Like, I don't know what any of that really means. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, is anybody suspended? Like, you're taken off TV,
Right.
right? Punk had an injury, so he had to go get surgery and everything. If he did not have an injury,
Probably would have been back.
where would he have been? Yeah, who knows? Who knows how much of that is what they're showing fans versus what's actually going on behind the scenes. It's so hard in wrestling because it's a business made by deceiving the audience,
Right.
right? So it's like you never really, working the crowd.
Yeah.
You never really know. I just know that for me anyway, and I feel like it has to be this way for some people, and maybe you can agree or disagree, but it was like, I'm so tired of the only notable thing anybody wants to talk about for AEW is backstage drama.
Yeah.
Because they just did the biggest pro wrestling show of all time.
Well, that's the sad thing is
You know?
that they had these great events and it was overshadowed by
Yeah. And it's like,
and I think a lot of that has to do with loose lips and there's
Yeah.
guys who are young and up and coming and not really totally smart to the business that are trying to gain favor with certain people. And social media has really taken a lot of the mystique away from it.
well, yeah,
Yes.
I think the pro wrestling online audience is a cesspool
Oh yeah.
of absolute dirtbags.
Well, we've talked about this before,
Yeah.
where
I had my
weighed
rant
in,
on that a couple weeks ago.
I've weighed in on things and people just attack.
Yeah.
But they attack you regardless of if they are giving a counterpoint or arguing the same point.
Right.
They come back at you.
I agree with
aggressively.
you, but you're just stupid because you didn't say it right.
It's like, what do you? Okay, all right,
right.
no problem, fine. Okay,
Right. And it's like,
yeah.
so
So
that frustrates me.
so
Because wrestling at its heart is supposed to entertain you.
yeah.
It's supposed to be fun and entertaining. That's it. That's its only job. It's not supposed to teach you life lessons. It's not supposed to make you a better person. It's not supposed to improve your grammar. It's not supposed to,
Right.
It's a TV show.
Yeah,
To
it's,
enjoy.
It's stories.
Right. And
It's
like,
drama. It's
like, come on. Like, why?
yeah. I mean, so like going back to whatever. So finally, I guess after a little bit of debate and stuff like that, and legal counsel by Tony Khan, which I'm a little surprised that maybe it has to do with legalities and whatnot, but he put together an advisory board of lawyers and stuff, and reviewed the tape, and they unanimously said the right thing to do is to fire this guy.
Yeah.
Which means
I also think any advisory board that you would put together could just look at the last year and they'd probably come to the conclusion of, You should probably fire this guy.
Yeah. But it's strange because, again, I think a lot of it has to do with Tony Khan being a fan.
Right.
And they're going to Chicago. They're going to CM Punk's home crowd.
Yep.
And man, I get it, but also if somebody's being violent backstage and you were threatened, like,
yeah, there's
why you don't need an advisory board
line
to tell you,
right.
hey, no good.
What you need, yeah, but you need to say that you have an advisory board to insulate you from
Any
the
kind of
hate
backlash
and backlash of being the person that made the decision yourself.
Well, in the statement he said it's my decision and my decision.
Yeah.
alone.
But he also said,
But he also had an advisory.
I had an advisory board tell me that this was the right thing to do.
So,
And then I'm making the decision myself on my own.
well, that was the my decision alone has to do with the EVPs.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what that is.
Timeout.
Yeah.
Have you guys checked out baconismypodcast.com yet?
It's like the portal to everything Bacon is My Podcast. It's got episodes, it's got music,
Yeah.
it's got swag,
Yeah.
and it has a portal to all of our sponsors, our awesome sponsors like GrillYourAssOff.com, Drink Wild Bills, Manscaped, and, of course, Mythical Beards.
Mythical Beards, yeah. So check it out. I mean, you can just, from one page, find so many things.
Yes.
Right? Check out our swag. Check out their swag. Get those discount codes and just, help out the show.
Exactly. And always remember to ask yourself one super important question.
What's your bacon?
Yep. So yeah, CM Punk no longer with AEW, which makes people obviously pose the question, is he going back to WWE? And
I don't think so.
I don't think so either. I think the best shot you've got at him doing anything with WWE is licensing.
Yep.
He'll be back in video games.
Mm-hmm.
They can do some figures, do some merch.
Maybe give him a Hall of Fame.
A Hall of Fame thing. But as far as an active performer and somebody that they want back in their locker room,
I just don't see it.
it's never going to happen.
Yeah.
It's never going to happen. I mean, unless...
Well, I won't say
unless
never.
Okay, yeah, right,
I won't
right.
say never.
Well, that's the thing. Like,
Because it's
we
pro wrestling.
could say never, but at the same time,
Ultimate Warrior
look at Warrior. Yeah, yeah.
Exactly.
You look at Ultimate Warrior. You look at some of the things that Hogan said.
Mm-hmm.
He testified against Vince McMahon
Right.
in the steroid trial.
Right.
And dude's still making a buttload of money off of WWE.
Yep.
And they still have a partnership. And so, yeah, there are things, shit. Jerry Lawler, after he was fired,
Yep.
a long time ago, he had plenty of choice things to say about it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
there
I
are a
don't
lot
know.
of
I don't know. I could see a lights. I could see like 2K24 come out
and Punk is down.
Punk is on the cover or something, or
Right.
maybe not the cover, but it's a downloadable character.
Right, he's
you
a
know?
pre-order.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the best chance we've got at Punk being back
Right.
in WWE. I think other people kind of go, well, there's Impact, there's NWA, there's New Japan.
New Japan's the only one I could see out of those.
The only ones I could see is New Japan,
'Cause
but
they're the only one that'll pay
also
'em.
but also think about it this way. They've got such a great working relationship with AEW. Why would they do that?
Well, because
maybe
it'll bring
an
eyes.
American audience.
It'll
or
bring
whatever.
eyes to New Japan.
But they've got a great working relationship with
And I don't think it
AEW.
would sour their relationship with AEW either. Because AEW would just say, okay, well, he's not a part of any of the
Right. Any crossover stuff.
crossover stuff.
My other question is CM Punk now going to New Japan, let's say.
Mm-hmm.
What matches are? And what matches won't expose him? People might argue, Punk versus Okada.
I've liked his work.
I think he lost a step.
Sure, but I think he also became
More
a
than
better
a few.
storyteller.
But yes, he is a great storyteller. But I think I'm not a huge Ricky Starks fan, but couldn't keep up with Ricky Starks. Some of the younger guys, what other matches has he done? Like the 2 Ricky Stark matches really sit with me. I mean, the best match he's had when he came back was the MJF
Right.
the chain match,
Well, and that's so.
which
you
is
go-
great storytelling.
You go to a character or a wrestler like MJF, who is a good storyteller and a great worker, and someone who studies that aspect of it. They said, he's even said in interviews, he was like, yeah, I was never trying to be an indie darling. I was trying to be the biggest name in this business. So you have to pay attention to this
Yeah.
way of working, which is the way that Punk works, right? You go to Ricky Starks, and Ricky Starks is not those things. He's kind of a spot monkey.
Well, I mean, people have brought up him versus Osprey.
Okay.
I, for one, don't think that would be a great match for him.
Well, Osprey
And-
Jericho was really good.
Yeah,
And I think that it would be similar to that, because I think CM Punk is on the level of Jericho, but not as good.
I was going to say, I think because he was off so long and then he came back and and maybe it has to do with the fact that he wasn't happy going back to AEW. He
Right.
didn't enjoy it. He didn't enjoy his experience or whatever. But his heart wasn't in it. Like storytelling wise, he was happy to be the heel. He
Yeah.
was happy to be the heat magnet.
I think him and Joe was great.
I thought him and Joe was good.
I thought the
it was
second
great.
match was better than
Yes,
the last one.
exponential.
But all of those matches were great. Like, really good
Yeah.
matches.
No, but I think he's.
I mean,
I don't think he's
dude.
invaluable.
The dude's like 50.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
like you can't look at him and
Well, Punk is 44.
okay, so 44. You can't look at him and go, I expect 24-year-old Punk or even
No.
34-year-old Punk.
No, but you adjust your ring style. And he was trying to do certain things that, like, I get it.
Pepsi Plunge was a bad decision.
That was not a good finish.
Yeah.
I mean, it would have been a good finish, but it took way too long. But a lot of his spots
Right.
take very long. I say this as a huge CM Punk fan.
Yeah.
I'm still like, man, this sucks that he's not going
Dude,
to be there anymore.
I'm a fan of his work, and I think he's great on the mic, and I love all that. I'm just like, ugh, if he's going to be that backstage, then it shouldn't happen.
Yeah,
Sucks, because I like watching him work,
yeah.
but
I think,
and I like watching him work more than I like watching the people that he's had disagreements with.
yeah.
Well,
That's that. There are certain people that are better storytellers than others, and like Jack Perry is still new.
I think he's gonna be great.
He's going to be very good.
He's gonna be great. I don't think the Bucks are gonna ever be different than they are right now, and if they're your thing, then they're perfectly your thing, and they're great. And if they're not your thing, they're not going to suddenly become your thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Um,
And they're not my thing.
yeah. It was funny because I almost when we were talking about it yesterday, and we were like, all right, maybe we talk CM Punk tomorrow. There was this part of me hoping I was getting worked, brother.
Right.
And,
Right. No, I feel that.
And
I feel
I said to myself, maybe we shouldn't talk Punk
Just in case.
in case he comes back.
In case he comes back.
Because as we are recording it, it is Sunday, and it is all out.
Maybe he will. Or maybe he'll be in the
don't think
crowd and
so.
he'll pull an Enzo and he'll be in the crowd and he'll
Oh.
get kicked out.
Yeah. Well, no, see that Enzo thing ended up being he and Cass had an agreement with New Japan. And New Japan just didn't tell anybody. Not their performers, not their security,
Right.
not anybody.
I was talking about the time he did it in WWE.
Oh, right, yeah. No.
He just was in the crowd in a hoodie and like stood up on chairs and people started like freaking out.
Yeah.
And it was like, he's not supposed to be here, and he got arrested and ejected and fucking like,
Yeah.
you're never allowed at another event.
Yeah. That was
maybe
fun.
maybe Punk will do that.
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
You never really know.
Maybe we got to do like a quick update
Right.
after this at some point. But
Who knows?
We'll see.
So we're trying Magners as a mixer right now for Jameson because we thought, why not? Let's try it. So let's see.
Smells good.
That's not great.
No.
I regret pouring that so big.
Yeah. Yeah. I've had so Jameson Distillery suggests Jameson cranberry and Jameson and apple juice. And to Jameson apple juice, I say nay.
Yeah. Do you have any cranberry juice? Could put a little of that in here.
No,
so
I don't. A root beer.
Why would you? Right? Like,
I don't have a UTI. So.
right.
Although I like cranberry.
I like
juice.
cranberry juice. It's just not a thing I buy.
Yeah. No, I'll get cranberry juice when I'm at a hotel.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. Absolutely. Even at a bar sometimes.
Oh,
When I was working, I would often
every once in a while, just
pour myself a cranberry with a little bit of like seltzer.
yeah,
You know, just a
spritz.
yeah,
Just a nice little spritz.
a little lime juice in there. It's nice.
Yeah.
Hey, have you ever wondered how you could actually help the show out? I mean, not just like listening and giving a 5-star review or buying a T-shirt or working
A
with
little
the
bit of
sponsors.
extra zazz.
Yeah. Are you one of those people that likes extra stuff? That likes a little bit more? Can't spell extraordinary without that little extra.
Exactly. So if you like that stuff, if you want a little bit of extra bacon, like tasting shows and cooking shows and
Yeah.
early access to episodes, I mean, shoot, you can't get any earlier than live.
That's true.
Every week we do our discussion and drinks live for our patrons over at patreon.com/baconismypodcast.
Check it out. Check out the tiers. See what's right for you. Help us out. We love you. Thanks for being a part of it. Remember to ask yourself, what's your bacon?
So
This is not that.
no, this is not that. Something else I did want to bring up.
Yeah.
We had a little bit of debate last night after the Offspring show. We went for post-concert
Is
eats.
this a drive-through debate?
Yeah.
All right.
We had some post show eats.
Yeah.
We went to Taco Bell,
Some Taco Bell eats.
and I may have a controversial take on how I like to order my fast food.
Well, let's set the scene.
Okay.
We pull in. There's no one in the drive-through. There's also
No, there were people in the there was
maybe one car.
no, there
there
was
was
one
not a
car you
line.
could see that it goes around
was
the
not a
whole
line.
building.
It was. I would say it was even inside and outside
Okay.
as far as the amount of people.
I'll allow that.
Right. So because that makes a change. Like if there was nobody in the drive-through and a line of people inside, and we decided to go inside, that would have been silly. If there was nobody inside and we sat in a drive-through line, that's the dumbest thing in the world.
Right.
But either was about even when we came in. And you were like, oh, cool. You can go in. Let's go in. Because,
I have, for whatever reason, Taco Bell, the drive-through people,
right.
they just don't like me. I don't know what it is. Not even the
The
last several
frequency of your voice, maybe. Like, maybe there's something about the frequency of your voice, because let's go scientific, like the drive-through mic picks up a certain frequency range, and maybe your voice, for some reason, is harder to understand inside.
Well, the other thing that with the advent of technology in the future,
Right.
you can actually look at your order.
Yeah,
as
they
the-
show it to you.
They
every
show
time.
it to you.
Right.
And when I confirm it,
Uh-huh.
almost, I'm going to say, 6 times out of 10, my order is incorrect.
That's crazy. What kind of incorrect?
Incorrect as in, I've ended up with different orders.
That's
Like
wild to me.
legitimate. Like I've had like quesadillas and and like nachos and stuff when I ask for tacos and burritos.
Is it one specific Taco Bell or is it?
It's in general. It's a global issue.
It's a phenomenon. That's crazy to me.
I have I have the same problem at Checkers.
Okay.
I love Checkers is great.
Their fries are amazing.
They're right. Every fucking time I go there, it's incorrect.
Wow.
Every time.
Checkers has the right amount of spice on their chicken nuggets too.
Yeah, I do agree. But it's not even just. It's not just Taco Bell. I mean,
Okay.
Taco Bell happens to be my fast food.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Of-
I think
of
there's a
choice.
science aspect to this with the frequency of your voice. Next time you go, just mentally try and be like,
I
I would like 2 tacos.
talk like Mr. Hanky.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, just try it. See if it changes anything.
Well, see, so like you were talking about, you were telling me in the car, because you were just baffled by the inaccuracy of my orders.
Yeah.
And I don't do anything special.
No, it didn't seem like you did.
I order it right from the menu,
Right.
and that's it.
Yeah, because that was my first question. Was like, well, what
I don't
kind of
like
douchey
incorrect-
order are you making?
incorrect. Like it doesn't have to be. I don't ask for no lettuce or extra cheese or
Right.
extra beef or nacho strips, because I know that the people working at Taco Bell oftentimes can't process that.
Right. Right.
So play it as it stands. That's fine. That's cool. You were baffled by that, and
I'm still baffled.
I said, well, and you said, well, even if the line is shorter outside, you'd still get your food quicker. And I said, maybe, if it's correct. But if it's not correct, you end up pulling over, walking back into the building because you can't back up,
Right.
and you have to go and you have to get your right order. So by the time you get a parking spot, go back in and figure it out.
Right. But being a person that has literally 0 times in my life had that happen to me, it doesn't like compute in my head. I'm like, when does that happen? What does that happen to?
It's funny too, because I've been doing this for years. This isn't like a new thing.
Yeah.
This is
well,
something
clearly,
that
yeah. You like
this is something that I've been doing since high school.
okay.
So, we're talking 20 some odd years.
Right.
21 years, right? So I did it back in high school because of the frequency of fuck ups. And that was in the Merrick area. Okay. So I decided that this is what I was going to do.
Amazing.
And I would, recently, now that we're playing shows more, post-show food,
Right.
where do you go? You go to what's open, Taco Bell, Wendy's, right?
Mhm.
And
I still maintain diner is the way to go. If you're
Yeah.
not trying to just get home.
well, yeah.
Yeah.
You got the kids. If we have
Right.
somebody, if the kids are out, not a problem. I'll go to the diner.
Yeah.
But if we got to get back because somebody's watching the kids, or
Gravy
whatever
cheese
it
fries
is.
are the best
Oh yeah.
after show
Oh yeah.
meal.
I like chicken fingers.
Chicken fingers are great. Yeah.
But that being
But
said,
yeah, when it comes to fast food, Wendy's Taco Bell.
And-
That's what you got.
and the
White
last
Castle if
two
you want to
times,
hate yourself.
Yeah. I got to mentally prepare myself for White
Yeah,
Castle.
Yeah.
But yeah, the last 2 shows, we got Taco Bell and we got Wendy's, and the Taco Bell order was wrong, and the Wendy's order was wrong. Now, I'm not going to
That's
say.
nuts.
I'm not going to say it's always in the negative, right?
Yeah.
Because the
Well,
Wendy's,
but even 6 out of 10, that's a
the Wendy's order, I got an extra thing of chicken nuggets.
score.
Which, yeah, you know what? That's a score.
Yeah.
But I've been fucked so many times.
That it's not even evening.
Right.
Right.
So out of those,
The scales
so
are not
6 out
even.
of 10. The 6 out of 10 are incorrect.
Right.
0.5 out of 6
Are incorrect in the
are
positive.
incorrect in the positive.
Right. Okay. Okay.
And this is, I don't know what it is. Like I said, it's Wendy's, it's Checkers, it's Taco Bell, it's
See, the common factor in that
is me.
is you. This,
Right.
Your voice. Something. I'm telling you. Put on a weird accent.
But
Do something different.
but what
Cheerio.
what bothers me is it's on the screen.
Right. Okay. Yeah.
So it's not my voice.
That's a different thing.
It's on the screen.
I don't
You
understand
confirm it on
how
the
that
screen.
happens. Unless, like, you happen to be in fast food lines where a person in front of you decides fuck this and they leave, and so the whole sequence of events is wrong.
Yeah. I mean, the number of times that I've gone through a drive-through in the past, let's just say like 15, 20 years,
Right.
is way less frequent than when I walk in.
Right. Okay.
But that being said, if I can't walk in, I will do the drive-through because I have to.
right. And then you just
it's wrong.
you literally gotta check it while you're sitting there.
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Which I've done.
Right.
But then if you tell them it's inaccurate, they tell you, okay, we'll pull in and walk.
Pull up. Yeah.
Pull into the
Right.
or walk into the store. Oh, we'll fix it in the store. It's like, okay,
And be like, no,
okay.
fix it here.
So, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's not a global issue. But
I was baffled by it because I was like, holy shit, like, never. And I do occasionally when I'll go to Taco Bell at 2 a.m. and I'll be like, I don't want beef. I'm gonna do 4 soft tacos, but substitute grilled chicken.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never had it wrong.
Well, that's because that's a regular order.
Right.
Chicken tacos.
But you're ordering regular orders too.
yeah.
But I'm ordering it as a substitution.
Oh, all right.
You know what I mean? Like I'm saying something else. So I that's why I was so kind of like, and then we went in there and literally it was like we just got to hang around with tweens,
Right.
right? And every single one of them was getting their orders before we got on. So I was just sitting there going, so this is a better alternative to you.
I will-
because your order gets screwed up enough.
I will tell you why. They were doing it mobile order. They were ordering.
I figured
on their
either
phone.
they were mobile
Yeah.
order or that because they were at the counter because we went to the kiosk,
Yeah.
right?
No,
So the
they were,
kiosk comes up, but it depends on,
Yeah. I think a lot of them did mobile order because they were showing their phones when they were
Right,
getting
okay.
their things. I will say, on the norm, it's not usually that crowded. It's never that crowded.
All right, because I was like, this is what you want to do?
No, normally it's me,
Yeah,
maybe one other guy, and just revolving Uber Eats
Right,
and
right.
Grubhub guys just coming in and trying to get their stuff. And those guys, a lot of times, are correcting the people behind the counter. Oh, well, this is wrong. This is this.
wow, that's crazy to me.
Yeah.
Just because I don't see it, so
Yeah. I mean, guys, if you've experienced such a phenomena, apparently
Yeah.
that this is a phenomenon.
it's
Because people
yeah.
don't. Everybody was like, "This happens to you," and I'm like, "Yeah, fucking all the time."
like I've occasionally had an order messed up, sure, but it's so rare to me.
No.
Like
Yeah.
it's not the norm. But 6 out of 10, like I'd be going in too. I
Right.
agree with you. Like I would
It-
be doing it too.
it was like I said. I can probably count on 2 hands that I've gone through the drive-through in the past 20 years. But every time I did, I always regret it.
That's crazy.
The only time that it didn't get fucked up, and this is a great story. This is a
Okay.
great story. So Lacey was very, very young. Very, very young. And we went to Wendy's. And it was her, Gavin, and I. We were ordering food. I don't know if Jen was going to have some with us or not. I don't remember. But we go, and I don't do meals. I don't need the drink or whatever.
I don't either.
Yeah.
I don't either.
Dude,
Do you guys do meals? Let us know in
Nothing-
the comments.
nothing worse than like being that guy at work that has to go pick shit up and them going, yeah, give me a Baja Blast. And no,
Right.
I'm not taking fucking drinks in my car.
Right.
Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. No. I'm
No.
not getting one of those like little styrofoam 4-drink holder things
No.
and trying to balance that in one hand. Well, no.
No, not happening.
Nope.
Not happening. But I do digress. So I'm ordering, and when you get the sandwiches and the nuggets and stuff like that, it's just like, okay, well, if I get a large fry, we can all share, because they were really young at the time.
Yeah.
Gavin's young.
Yeah.
She's young. So I said to the lady, I said, and Lacey's going, Daddy, can I have fries? Can I have fries? I said, yeah, you can have fries. And I said to the lady, and can I get one large fry? And Lacey, okay, pull up to the next window. And I hear her crying in the back of the car. I said, Lacey, what's the matter? She said, I wanted French fries. I said, but I got French fries. I said, you only got one large fry? You can't split that. It's like, no, Lacey, it's a large box of French fries. You said one large fry. So, I'm sorry, sweetie.
Aw.
I'm so sorry.
Kids are dumb.
The best. It's the best. That was such a.
That's funny.
My heart broke for her.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
Because she's like, but you said one large fry.
Yo, baby, I'm gonna cut it in thirds.
I wanted more than one.
We're gonna rip it like a wishbone. Good luck.
Yeah. That was. But that
That's
was
funny.
actually that was accurate.
Oh, and you got your right order. See.
Yeah.
All right.
It was one of the few. One of the few.
That's funny.
Like I said,
That's so funny to me.
after the last two shows,
Yeah.
they were wrong.
Wow.
Just different
Let
burritos.
us know in the comments. Do you get fast food orders wrong all the time? Like, is it 6 out of 10 for you guys too, or is it just him? Am I the anomaly because I'm getting things right? Maybe my voice is in a way that it's super clear to them.
It has nothing to do with the voice because you read
can
the
see
screen.
it. I know.
You
I
read the
understand.
screen.
It still baffles me.
The only thing that you get the sauces, and of course the chintzy on the sauces.
Yeah.
So, but
Well, dude, you grabbed so many sauces.
that's my money.
I was like,
that's my-
damn.
Well, because we have taco night here, so
Yeah.
I do taco
Hey,
sauce.
and those sauces are good. So.
It's a good sauce.
Yep.
It's not the same in the bottle.
No, I agree.
Even the Taco Bell brand,
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
not
yeah.
the same in the
I
bottle.
agree.
You need the,
I agree.
Yeah. So
I
yeah,
want
sound
to
awful.
make a jalapeno sauce.
Okay.
Because jalapeno sauces are my favorite. The green, like Cholula
Yeah.
green is a jalapeno sauce, and that's my favorite of all. That just goes on everything. I don't care what it is. It goes on it.
You know, it'd be really good to grill some jalapenos, but also put raw jalapenos.
Yes.
And just blend them all up.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
We should make like a couple of big jars
Yeah.
of sauces, and then have little bottles. Refill
Yeah, we could do that.
or just spoon.
Yeah, spoon it
There's
in
so
your
much
sauce.
vinegar in it that it's gonna last forever anyway.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right. Right. So yeah, sound off. If I'm wrong, if I'm the idiot here,
No, there's no idiot and there's no wrong. Like it happens to you.
it
It's
legit
just-
happened. I wish it was. I truly wish I was exaggerating.
Right.
Like I really wish I was exaggerating
I understand.
because you and Stacy were very like, well, what?
Well, yeah. Well, like when you said it, I was like, "There's no fucking way." It's like there's no way. It doesn't make any sense to me, and it didn't. And it happened to be the night where like everybody was in there. So like we're sitting there waiting, and I'm watching cars go through the drive-thru and then leave, and I'm just looking at you like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
yeah, we're all hungry. We had to come in. We had to come in because Mikey gets a bad burrito once, but you got lots of bad burritos, and therefore I will stand in a Taco Bell with you every time. I will support you.
Thanks, bud.
Of course.
That means a lot. It means a lot that you'll get out of your car to come have a Taco Bell with me.
Yeah, I will do that. I will do that. I will go through the drive-thru and I will eat my Taco Bell in front of you while you wait for yours.
I think that would be a fun video.
It would be a fun video.
try
And I'd be
to
like,
figure it
look,
out.
I got mine right. What the fuck? And then the next time I'll go in and you go through the drive-thru. We'll order the same order,
Okay.
right? We order the same order each time and we test it. We test the theory.
I like that.
We have to go to Taco Bell 10 times and see if it happens 6 times.
You know who else is terrible?
Science!
You know who else is terrible? Dairy Queen.
Their food or their ordering?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of it.
Why would you go to Dairy Queen?
For the ice cream.
Why would
The
you go
Blizzards.
to... Why,
The Blizzards.
Oh, okay.
Jen likes Blizzards.
Fair enough. Blizzards are good. Yeah, Blizzards are good. I mean, the ice cream's shit, but the
No. The Blizzards.
everything in
'Cause
the
you
ice
put the-
cream
you
is
put
good.
the- yeah.
Yeah. You put M&Ms in anything, it's pretty great.
Yeah. No, those guys, I order 2 Blizzards. Or sometimes like a Blizzard and a like a slushy or a drink or something.
Right.
And those are pre-dispensed things. They're not
Yeah.
like I have to put the patty on the bun
Right.
and the tomato on top of that
Right.
and the lettuce on top of
Right.
that. And shoot a little bit of mayo
There's
on
a
top.
process of building.
It's like
I'm Bob the
fill up
Builder
the
today.
goddamn cup
Right.
and then take the ice cream, put a scoop of crap in it, put it on the
Right.
turn it upside down as you pass it to me in the car. That's all you got to do.
Right.
They sometimes have a very hard time with that.
Yeah.
It's like, dude, I just wanted a frozen lemonade. Why is it red?
That's all.
It's not red. Lemonade's not red.
Usually no.
No.
Although if they fucked it up and put cherry in your lemonade, that's kind of a win.
Right.
Kind of a
It
win.
would have been a win.
Or strawberry,
sort of.
also kind of a win.
Maybe.
Kind of a
Maybe.
win.
But sometimes you're not in the mood.
Yeah. Yeah, but it's never so bad that you're just like, what is this?
I mean, hey, listen,
Cherry lemonade?
listen, man. Sometimes you want what you want.
Yeah.
And if you go through the drive-thru and it's wrong, you might have to CM Punk a motherfucker.
Well, you know what? You should have gone to Burger King. That's when you can have it your way.
Burger King. Gavin likes. He was explaining to AJ's son.
Worst fries.
Right.
Worst chicken nuggets.
Right. They're the worst at
Mediocre burgers.
everything except for the burgers. Burgers are better than McDonald's.
Yes, but not as good as Wendy's.
It's not. Nowhere near as good as Wendy's,
Yeah.
and not as good as Checkers or Rally.
Checkers and Rallies are so far and few between, though. It's rare to find them.
Oh,
They're
there's
closed on all over the place, too.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's one up the road.
Yeah, the one on 110 closed. There's the one on
That's unfortunate.
the one on where the one around the corner from the studio also closed.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, guys, sound off. Let me know if I'm wrong. Maybe I'm an idiot.
I think you're telling your experience,
It's what I've experienced.
right? So you can't be wrong because it's your experience.
Right.
You can't be an idiot either. It's your experience.
I
mean,
be
you could be an
Yeah.
idiot,
Right.
but not for this.
Oh, cool. Thanks, bud.
Yeah.
Guys, thank you for joining us here on Discussion and Drinks. Don't forget to go to Bacon is My Podcast for all of your Bacon is My Podcast needs, including all of our sponsors, our wonderful sponsors. It's the gateway to everything Bacon is My Passion, which is our music. Everything Bacon is My Podcast swag. Everything sponsors, everything that we're going to do. It's all there.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Check it out.
it's got our music there.
Let us know what you think. Stay in the conversation. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. We appreciate you. To our patrons, thanks for hanging out live this whole time. We appreciate you every time. If you are not a patron and you would like to hang out live and be a part of the discussion and all that kind of fun stuff. Meet the crew, because we got a pretty solid and cool crew.
Yeah.
Go over to patreon.com/baconismypod. Is it Bacon is My Podcast on Patreon?
Podcast, yeah.
I keep saying it wrong.
You say pod
every time.
Every single time.
Every single time.
Just like a bad
Patreon.com.
drive-through attendant.
Yeah. No, this is like 9 out of 10 times.
Yeah,
Not
no, you're
6
even
out of 10.
worse.
I'm worse
Yeah.
than your drive-through experience.
Yeah.
All right.
Way to go.
Happy to be winning.
And that bar was not set high.
No. And I'm still not clearing it.
It's okay.
Patreon.com/bacon is my podcast.
Yeah. And always remember to ask yourself one super important question. Guys, what is your bacon?
What is it?